pour moi, les choses sont claires. Nous avons fait, dans l'Union européenne, des évolutions comme celle que vient de connaître la Tunisie, un préalable à l'élargissement de l'Union européenne. Nous l'avons connu en Espagne, nous l'avons connu au Portugal, nous l'avons connu en Grèce. D'une autre manière, nous connaissons une évolution de ce type en Turquie, et je crois que nous pouvons tous avoir un respect formidable pour ce que le peuple tunisien a engagé. Comme l'a dit à l'instant le secrétaire général, c'est le peuple tunisien qui a engagé cette transition démocratique, et nous devons d'abord un respect immense à ses propres décisions. Et comme il vient de le dire, c'est maintenant capitaliser avec un gouvernement d'union nationale qui est le premier objectif pour restaurer, je dirais, des conditions de développement économique et social dans l'intérêt de l'ensemble du peuple tunisien. Nous avons chacun dans notre mandat de soutenir ce type d'évolution. Le hasard de calendrier fait que nous avions programmé avec le Premier ministre, M. Ranouchi, une conférence sur la création d'emplois productifs dans les petites et moyennes entreprises le 3 mars prochain. Dès la constitution du nouveau gouvernement tunisien, j'écrirai à M. Ranouchi pour lui demander s'il souhaite le maintien de cette conférence qui pourrait être l'occasion de la démonstration claire et nette du soutien renforcé de l'Union européenne et du secrétariat de l'Union pour la Méditerranée, puisque nous co-organisons avec le secrétariat de l'Union pour la Méditerranée cette conférence à Tunis. Si évidemment, pour des considérations d'ordre et de calendrier, le Premier ministre tunisien souhaitait décaler, nous sommes évidemment à sa disposition, mais je crois que c'est une évolution qui pourrait marquer les esprits de façon durable pour la Tunisie et au-delà de la Tunisie, et nous serons à son écoute et en soutien de ces évolutions.
I agree with you that indeed the events that took place in Tunisia is a clear mark that we need, and a demonstration that we need a more focused and reinforced partnership. Because at the end of the day, the whole Union for the Mediterranean is about creating synergies between the values that we all have together. And I remind you of the agreement of the heads of state and government in the Paris Declaration, where it was agreed that we need to push forward the values of participation and freedom and democracy. Obviously, it is very important in the line of the work that the Secretariat is doing and the Union for the Mediterranean is aiming at, to look at the context of events in an economical context. And this is why it brings to my mind the importance of the Secretariat and the Union, that we really need to focus on concrete and real projects on the southern rim of the Mediterranean in order to address the issue of non-employment and in order to create job opportunities and better lives with a social, economic, and welfare for the people. These are the causes for disturbances, and I think that we have to read it in this context. Again, I hope that the Union for the Mediterranean will be able to bring the partnership closer and create more synergies between the values of all the partners. And on the issue of touring the capitals, obviously, I always, and that is my personal belief, I believe that we need to do more on the visibility in the minds of the public. And I believe that we need to go out on what I call roadshows in order to explain to the political apparatuses and also the public and the people and the media and the stakeholders what we're doing and what the Union for the Mediterranean is about. At the end of the day, the technical work is important. And yes, I agree with you that this is a technical organization as was agreed by the member states. But at the end of the day, there is a political link. And obviously, having presence in the public, having what I always call a public diplomacy engagement is very important because there's no value if you do all the work and nobody knows exactly what you're doing. You need to deliver the ideas to the public and deliver to the public what you're doing at your technical work. I have had some tours in the last year. By the way, it's a coincidence that it is 1 year now in my position since I was elected. And time passes by very quickly, I tell you. And I believe it was almost 1 year since I sat at this desk delivering my first press conference. And I did tour some countries, and I believe that we have to engage more European capitals on this, and hopefully we can do this in the lines of the coming months. If I may take this first part, because I think that the second part will be addressed by Philippe. There is the EIB does not contribute to the budget of the Secretariat. The Secretariat's budget comes from the contribution of the partners themselves, the 43 countries, on voluntary basis, and in addition to the European Commission. So this is the budget where the money comes from. But obviously, by having this sort of special relationship with the EIB, the Secretariat can tap on some of the financing tools that the EIB have in order for us to deliver on our work, the technical work, and also execute elements in our work program that has been agreed and approved by the partners themselves.
As I said previously, for this region, our priorities are the one of the Union for the Mediterranean. We will not try to elaborate a regional planning which could be different from the Union for the Mediterranean Secretariat work, because that's the best demonstration that we are linking one with the other. We have governing bodies, by definition, each of us, like the Union for the Mediterranean Secretariat reports to 43 countries. We do report to our European ministers, and so in July, we will go back, as every year, to the European finance ministers to present to them the result of the year, including this memorandum of understanding, and we will propose to them to increase the support to the region. But on sectorial terms, let us not duplicate efforts. What we have to do for all the finance institutions in the region is to follow the guidance of the Union for the Mediterranean, so we will avoid to lose energy.
Well, if we don't have any further questions, I would like to thank you very much for having made the efforts to come and seeing us today. I thank you, and hopefully we'll see you very soon in the future. Thank you. Merci beaucoup.